Family, this is Marion, and I want to introduce you guys to my 2019 Life Bag. It is a custom wax canvas bag made by J. Hercules over at Possum's Pouch Soft Goods. Now, this pack is a replacement to my large Alice that I've carried variants of it throughout the last since 2012ish. Okay, and so I want to walk you through this pack in respect to what it does to replace the older pack and why. Okay, number one, um, this pack was custom made. 90% of all of the specs were basically written up by me and shared with Jay. With Jay's customer service, number one, let's talk about the business. Possum's Pouch Soft Goods. Jay Hercules was an upholstery maker. Worked on upholstery for years and years and years and years and years. And like all of us, found that he could do a better job putting quality into the packs and things that he wanted to design. Customer service, 10 out of 10. 15 out of 10, 20 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. This person, I am a insomniac. I could hit this dude up on Facebook Messenger at all different times talking about pack specs and just stuff that popped up in my head, and not not at any point in time did he even show the least bit of like, dang, why this dude calling me so much? Like, dude, I really felt like a valued customer, and so I would recommend the pack, even if the pack was not as perfectly made as it is. I would recommend him strictly on just customer service and attention to detail. Number one. Number two, the price. Before I show you any features, y'all know I live very frugal. Every purchase, for 1 year, I completely researched every pack maker in the country that built packs custom. I knew I did not want nylon. I did not want anything tactical. I wanted something that I could literally spec out. And I studied. I studied everybody. Um, and I did it for an entire year. Didn't say nothing. A lot of y'all that make packs, I watched y'all for like a year. And because every dollar I make, 270, the price 270 goes a long way. It's a majority of my monthly money. So I wanted something that I could buy once, cry once, and right now I ain't crying. I'm happy. So now let's talk about the bag itself. Customer service and price are are like so important to me. So let's talk. 68 liters. The pack is 68 liters, just the bucket. The pouches, there are only three pockets. The three pockets are the only pockets that we have there. Left side, right side, and then one in the middle with a rain flap. We did that on purpose because I, like many of us, like bucket style packs. I have dry bags to do the compartmentalization, and I also carry a lot of oddly shaped items. I don't always just carry my load out. This can hold actually two Rubbermaid trash cans and still fit within the width of a door with some squeeze, but it still fits within the width of a door. So I can carry tons of water, tons of smalls. I can go to a food pantry and load up on a month to 3 months worth of food. Like this is, in my opinion, the homeless person's house. All right, so the frame is made to fit on an Atlas frame. That was a requirement because the loads that I carry can get very heavy. They can get in excess. My food run is normally no less than 40 pounds, and at a time. So I had to have something that had an external frame. Also, the external frame lends itself to if I ever need to take the pack off to do other tasks, I can. I never need to, but you know, and don't intend to with this pack. But that was something that was important to me. Alice, there was only one other maker that was Alice capable, and at the time of purchasing this pack, the other pack got discontinued. So availability was key. All right, so let's see. Let's talk about materials first. Waxed canvas. I did not want nylon. I've had nylon. Nylon, noisy. Not as much. Okay. Also, nylon can't handle embers from the fire. I have burnt holes in other versions of the large Alice pack, where this can take an ember and you dust it off and you keep going. I also wanted something that didn't have Fastex, even though my Alice does not have anything Fastex on it other than the belt. I didn't want a newer kit that had all of these Molly webbings and Fastex. This is why. I live in Minnesota, okay? At -20, which we get -20, let's say you drop your bag in your vehicle, okay? You going out into the woods, you drop your bag into the vehicle, you load it up with food. It pretty much is going to stay in vehicle because you're going to carry a smaller pouch or whatever of smaller items to your camp or in general. Or you're going to be hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold because you're going in between hiking outside and keeping stuff in the house. Over time, plastic, I don't care what quality of plastic, it is made to... plastic is molded by heat. Plastic is made by heat. So if you heat something up and cool it down rapidly enough, over time it is going to weaken. Okay, whether that weakness on those Fastex buckles take a week or 2 years, eventually those buckles are going to give on you, and then you're going to have to buy some more. Well, in this case, thinking about economy and durability, we opted no nylon. These are canvas straps. Canvas straps with brass grommets, brass buckles. They're not going to give out. Yeah, someone can argue and say, okay, the grommets will eventually give out. But that's years down the road versus Fastex buckles that I have that are broken off modern packs that I still have yet to replace. That's what I believe. I just believe that brass buckles, this is a lifetime pack. Storm flap. The only nylon for real on the pack is the storm flap. Okay. And y'all be patient with me. I may bounce around in topics, but we're talking about materials. Okay. Pull it. Pull it. The beauty of buckles, and people can say, well, it's not as fast getting in and out. Well, this is not a tactical pack. I'm not trying to run away from the zombies. I'm just trying to have something that's going to last the rest of my life. Notice how I just grabbed that. This pack right now weighs about 75 pounds. Just because I got it loaded. Just loaded. Just crazy loaded. This has a high-vis storm flap. Orange paracord for the drawstring and for the axe drawstring. It just makes the brown look really, really good. Oh, I didn't want to go with a standard military color either. Like, I wanted to go with something that would blend into the woods, decent, but not be khaki, olive drab, or coyote tan. Everybody's pack is that color. The high vis makes it easy to see. Inside of here is this is made of nylon, but this is waterproof. There is a waterproof bag holding my 10Cs. Now, we're not going to talk about loadout much in this video. We're going to literally just talk about the pack, and I've done enough videos of what I carry for you guys to know what I carry. Okay, now front pack. There's a pocket. The only thing that Jay opted to put on that I didn't think of, front pouch. This pouch is big enough. My hand is here and it goes all the way down here. This is my spread is 9 inches. Okay, so 9 inches, like literally 12. and it's a few inches deep. You can stick. Let me walk y'all through this. It replaces the old Alice map pouch for me, right? I used to keep a couple of pouches in this map flap that goes on top. Well, we opted not to put that on the new flap. So my maps, compasses, notebooks, bus schedules, that goes in there. And then my hygiene goes in there. Fits and still has space for a partial roll of 38 bank line, headlamps, stuff I need up front real quick. Side pocket. The side pockets are very generous. They are made to fit a 32 ounce, 1 quart US canteen with a cup. I think he spec'd them to be bigger than he said they were going to be, because it holds a shamag with cooking accoutrements and a couple of rags and a full clean canteen, 40 ounce with a 25 ounce cup nested, and still has a ton of space. I could probably put 2 of these, or this and a 34 ounce double wall. I believe in the city, in your loadout, carry a double wall thermos, because you can get free hot water, free boiling water from places like gas stations and soup kitchens and stuff, and that'll just keep you. You can cook in those thermoses while you're tramping around. I told you I wasn't going to talk about loadout. On the other side, there is a part of my sleep kit, which is a climate static V, basically a blow up bag with a with a pillowcase and a couple of 55-liter drum liners and a roll of bank line. And there's still a ton of space at the top. All of these pockets are very generous. So that's the material and the outside pockets. The inside bucket is 68 liters. You can look at it size-wise. It is much bigger than the large Alice. And the large Alice is no joke in its own right. The reason why I asked for it to be this big was I wanted to be able to successfully keep 2 20-liter dry bags and my sleep system in the pack without having to strap it down to anything. I like the system that he uses. There's 4 D-rings here, and then there's D-rings on the top to strap down items like bedrolls and such. But in the city, I didn't want to necessarily. I wanted the traditional look, but I don't like carrying a lot of extra items hanging. I want everything in one pack. The only other pack that I own that allowed me to do that was the United States Marine Corps Philby. The Philby, different beast of a pack. It's actually much bigger than that pack, which made it much more cumbersome. It had Molly and it had Festex, 2 things that I didn't want in the beginning. So, perfect marriage. There is a full MMSS sleep system at the bottom, 2 dry bags, one with the 10 Cs, the other with clothes, and there are 2 Molly sustainment pouches. One has traps, conibears, and fishing gear, and the other has food. So this bag holds absolutely everything that's needed. So let's pull the stuff out, and so we can get to how it connects to the Alice frame, because that was very, very important to me. There was only one other maker that was making Alice frame compatible packs, and I considered it, but at the time that I was capable of paying, they ended up getting discontinued. They're very popular, and ended up getting discontinued. So that's what led me down this road. 10 C's bag, whole bunch of stuff. Shelter, poncho. food and cooking stuff. No, actually, that's the traps. Food loadout for 2 weeks. And here, let me uncinch all of this. MMS sleep system, which essentially holds a old school Korean or war era down bag. Another set of a blanket. It's a shard blanket in there. It's another pillowcase. Yeah, that's my entire sleep system and a bivy. So inside the bag, I can fit. This is like the abyss. Like I can literally probably, I could probably like debone a deer or whatever, and put a deer in here in a couple of trash bags. Like literally, this is very, very big. It's very, very carnivorous. The reason why I'm not gonna always carry this loadout when I have a place that I'm gonna stay at. Like right now, we kicking it in the city. You drop this stuff off at the city, and you say, "Hey, well, they're giving away free food here, or they're giving away expired vegetables here." And they have like, big bags or whatever, big boxes or whatever. Well, I come in with 2 trash cans and stuff my food in trash cans and put them in here. And this is big enough to carry, at least 3 months of food. Okay. It's another thing that I specified with Jay was, hey, we need to make this flap bigger. I don't like how the Alice flap, if you can look at that, it's got 1 trash can in there and the lid barely covers it. If I were to stuff the Alice, then that lid would not cover the items. That's bad news for me, because sometimes when I actually do want to roll with an extra blanket or something, I want it to be up under something that's going to keep it from getting wet. That's what this flap, now that this bag is empty, kick the dang thing out the way, boom. Now that the bag is empty, the flap goes all the way to the bottom. So if I need to, I can carry other items. And this is thick canvas. The only canvas you're going to find is this is 18 ounce. Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 18 ounce. The canvas that's thicker than this, that they use for like big mail bags, would have made this bag too heavy to carry. But that allows me to be able to take a full queen size blanket, which these are 2 Belgian officers blankets sewn together. I can roll those up, stick this under this flap, and roll old school, and still have a full MMS sleep system, and sleep super, super comfortable. Alright, so we talked about materials, we went into loadout. Let's go into how this joint attaches to the frame. This is a standard Alice frame. Regular Alice frames can be had for next to nothing, or you can make them yourself. But what makes this superior to the original setup is that the original setup we're going to talk about in terms of comfort and durability. Now, y'all diehard Alice people, I'm a diehard Alice person too, but we have to change some stuff out. Number one, there's only 3 places that the Alice the Alice pack can connect to the frame. Right here, on the right side, and then on the left side via 2 straps and that yoke right there. What killed my other pack was that before I had a grab handle, I used to grab it by this, and this pulled out. Okay? So, yeah, you're not supposed to grab it there, but you're going to do what you got to do. And so I needed something different. With this pack, attention to detail on connecting everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots to connect to the frame. So when you have this thing full, it's not going to flop around. These are heavy snaps. They're not going anywhere. This yoke is actually padded on 2 sides. It's padded here with heavy duty industrial carpet padding, and then it's padded on the inside of the pack too. So this feels really good. Loaded up to 70 pounds. even beyond 70 pounds, this feels so good because it's pushing the weight kind of plush on your back. The kidney pad is kind of smaller than the Molly kidney pad, but in thickness, in my opinion, is comparable to anything that you see. I'm sorry, there's a lack of light here, but this is the thin part. But this is about as thick as you can find on a tactical tailor, and it comes with the pack. Still made of multiple layers of carpet padding. Same thing with these. It's like multi-layered carpet padding, and it's very, 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 very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. When I've had this thing full, as I've shown you, and I've carried it around, it is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. We talked about the buckles and the straps. Everything connects. Everything connects via buckle and straps. The only disadvantage to this versus the Alice system is you do not have the quick getaway, quick release, and you don't have the micro adjustment that the Alice system naturally has. However, for what I'm doing, I'm not running away from nobody with this pack, and I'm not in a situation where I can drop this pack just as fast, because the way I carry, I can drop it just as fast. So that's how that works. I don't want to miss nothing, but I don't want to take 30 minutes on this video. Oh, just like the original Alice, the pockets are pass-through. So I can literally take an axe. I don't want to take the axe off the other Alice, but I can take an axe, watch my hand. This is going to pass through, but the difference is this. I don't want to use the term pass through. This stops at the bottom, okay? So there are so many ideas that you can use. This is a pocket by itself, and this is a pocket by itself. You can stick stuff within here. Jerky, a whole bag of jerky, whole bag of gorp, something that you can eat quick. You can keep it outside of your pack on both sides, and it's tall enough to accommodate an axe. There is a cinch strap right here on this really, really heavily done webbing. This is not coming out. This will hold your axe or your machete, or your bow or your skis or your rifle to the side very, very well. It's just no frills, y'all. It's just no frills. I love the pack. I got the shelf on the frame, and I got some cordage on the frame. That pack is one and done. One and done. I can go anywhere with it. It doesn't look tactical. It looks really, really nice. Until I get a whole bunch of dirt on it, I'll be able to go out, take it to music gigs, do the urban thing, but it has the durability to live out in the wilderness if that's what you want to do. So God will do it. Thank you guys for hanging with me. If y'all got any questions about Jay and his business, hit him up over at Opossum's Pouch Soft Goods. He's on Facebook. He has his own website, Instagram, all that good stuff. God will do it. I appreciate y'all.